The Book of Boba Fett will finally give Star Wars' most famous bounty hunter his very own leading role, and the show will likely be very different than The Mandalorian. Season 2 of the hit show brought Boba Fett back in a big way, and the final scene set up his impending spin-off. Story details have yet to be revealed, but it will likely be a very different series than The Mandalorian, so let's speculate a bit. Hello there, I'm Greg Elliott with Screen Rant, and here's how we think the Book of Boba Fett may differ from The Mandalorian.
Go to the planet Tython.
Take the Foundling to the city of Caladan on the forest planet of Corvus.
I'm not a taxi service.
I know, I hear you.
In The Mandalorian, Din Djarin is constantly on the run, taking random jobs or on some kind of a scavenger hunt, and as such, he really gets around the galaxy. And now that Grogu has left to train with Luke Skywalker, that model may change a bit in Season 3, but so far the series has been largely defined by the huge amount of galactic ground covered. But the Book of Boba Fett may not visit so many worlds and be more localized in one place. The takeover of Jabba's palace on Tatooine sets up an easy home base for him in Fennec, and since he seems to have spent a lot of time there since Return of the Jedi, he could very well have plenty of unfinished business on the planet. We're sure that they'll head out and about from time to time, but since neither is actively on the run at the moment, their travels will probably be dictated by the story, rather than the story be dictated by their travels.
You have no choice. You must reunite it with its own kind.
Where?
On that note, it's pretty likely that the Book of Boba Fett's story won't be like The Mandalorian's either. The Mandalorian is basically an adaptation of the 1970 manga Lone Wolf and Cub, and Jon Favreau has clearly acknowledged its influence on the show. Like the manga's father and son, The Mandalorian focuses its story on Din and Baby Yoda, and their relationship is what drives both the narrative and the emotion of the series, something that they'll have to work around now that Grogu is gone. In the Book of Boba Fett, though, although it may also focus on Fett and Fennec as the core duo, their story will be a far cry from Din and Grogu's. The two bounty hunters are more about making power plays than running for their lives, which may give the show more of a darker crime thriller vibe than Western space opera, especially considering the dangerous characters who will probably make up the supporting cast.
You are a disgrace to your armor.
This armor belonged to my father.
Don't you mean your donor?
Careful, princess.
If the title didn't give it away, The Mandalorian is a show about, well, Mandalorians, with the Great Purge, the Darksaber, and Bo-Katan Kryze being big parts of the story. And while Boba Fett is technically a Mandalorian, he's pretty removed from its culture and traditions. He has no interest in reclaiming the homeworld, wielding the Darksaber, or following the Way. He only wanted his armor back because it belonged to his father, not because he cares about its past, so the focus The Mandalorian puts on history and lore likely won't play much of a role in the Book of Boba Fett.
You are free to use any methods necessary. No disintegrations.
As you wish.
And what we're most excited about is the possibility of even more callbacks to the original trilogy. Unlike Din and Grogu, Boba was an active participant in the events of the original films, and because of his extensive involvement throughout the Galactic Civil War, any number of classic characters could find a way into the Book of Boba Fett, from Mon Mothma to Bossk. And since Boba and Fennec's home base is on Tatooine, we may get to see even more of it than ever before. It's hard to guess at too many details, but we do enjoy our theories here at Screen Rant, and suffice to say, the Book of Boba Fett has a lot of potential and a lot of exciting new directions it could take the world of Star Wars. And we are definitely strapped in for the ride, and we will keep you posted as we learn more. So, I'm Greg Elliott, thank you for watching, and this is The Way.